3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Hey everyone, another week of fun. It's Puff, it's Steph. Welcome back, Steffers.
Hi, thank you.
Good to have you here.
It is lovely to be back, let me tell you.
Do we want to talk about what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So Steph had unplanned vacation last week, and we'll tell you why in just a second.
Vacation.
Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the pike. We are inside the American Shaman of PA studios. Bring your dog along on your next visit to American Shaman of PA for a free CBD doggy treat. Your furry friends deserve relief too. All right, so last week Steph ended up in the hospital.
Super Bowl Sunday, yay!
So we had a bunch of shows recorded, and we were going to record more, and I asked how she was doing, how her weekend was, or something Super Bowl related or something, and you're like, I'm in the hospital. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're like, are we still good to record tomorrow?
That's what it was.
Well, not exactly.
Yeah, so Steph was in the hospital, and it was for like something you've already had a problem with before.
Yes, my second kidney infection in 2 years.
And it was on the same kidney, right?
Same kidney.
Steph's right kidney hates her.
Why? And you know, it's kind of a random thing. It's not like, oh, I had strep throat twice in 2 years.
Sure.
Or the flu. It's I don't really know anybody else that's ever had a kidney infection. Like, it's more uncommon. So I asked the doctor, you know, is this something I should be worried about? Like, is something wrong with my kidney? And she said, well, twice in 2 years isn't really a big thing. You know, it's not like it was back to back, which in my mind, twice in 2 years is a lot in the grand scheme of life. But she knows what she's talking about.
She's a doctor. Sure.
So she said, if it happens a third time, then I think you need to see a specialist. And I'm thinking, I don't really want to let this happen again, because it is the worst pain I've ever been through in my entire life by far. Now, I've never given birth, so now I'm even more terrified of that. But at this point in my life, worst experience ever.
There was a point where they had you on morphine, and you texted me, and I could tell it was like a little bit different. You're like, it's amazing.
Oh, I was so happy because I was trying to suck it up. And I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't have to pay for it, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'm fine. And then it slowly throughout Super Bowl Sunday, literally like every 15, 20 minutes, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And I was in so much pain, and I had a fever. Like, you know when you have a fever and you're so cold? Mm-hmm. I literally had like 3 quilts on top of me. I could not get warm. And then all of a sudden I'm sweating to death. And I was like, okay, we just need to go. So we went in there, and I was just miserable. And they put the IV in my arm to give me like fluids and take blood and all that. And I was screaming. Like I'm not good with needles.
Because of the needle or because of the pain in your kidney?
Both.
Okay.
Because she's like putting this needle into me, and I swear on my life she put it in a bad spot because it really hurt, but I'm not good with needles to begin with. So I'm like writhing in pain and screaming, and I ended up apologizing after the morphine. I was feeling better, and I said, I'm really sorry, I'm not always like this. And the nurses are just like, okay. But the morphine was fantastic. I felt so much better. And in that moment, when you finally get that relief, I was just like, thank you so much. Like, the nurses, for the most part, were like really wonderful. So
What do you mean for the most part?
the one who, like, there were certain ones who I think that they were just annoyed with me, which I'm like, you work in the ER, so I'm pretty sure you've seen worse. But I was miserable when I got there. Not nasty by any means. I was just a crying mess.
So it was bad timing on so many levels, because last week was an important week for you.
This is how life goes.
Right? So, like,
Yep.
please let me know if I'm not supposed to talk about any of this stuff. But you were starting at your new job on Monday.
Yep.
You were supposed to start at your new job. Now, do you want to say what your job is?
Yes. I'm working full-time for the Harrisburg Senators as their communications manager now.
Is that what it is? Manager?
Communications manager. Yeah, I'm back. I was with them before COVID, and then, you know, COVID destroyed everybody's lives, and now we're going to have baseball this year, and things are looking up, and they brought me back. So
awesome.
Very excited about that.
Except for Steph repaid them by just not showing up week 1.
So can I use all my sick days on like the first week of work? Is that cool? Thankfully, because, you know, I have a relationship with them already, they're wonderful, and they did give me those sick days, literally. So I wasn't able to work for most of the week. I was able to jump in at the end of the week, but I texted them at like 2 a.m. on Monday. I'm like, I'm kind of in the ER, so start day tomorrow, not looking real good.
Is that what you said?
Something like that. That was after the morphine, so... but they were super understanding. But it was just like the worst timing.
All right. Well, we're glad you okay. We're glad you're all right.
Thank you.
We're
rough.
happy you didn't get fired on your first week.
Thank God.
No call, no show. She's gone.
Done.
Now let's talk a little bit about your. Again, this is a hypothetical thing, and I only use this a lot because you are single and I'm not, and I haven't been for a long time, so you know what it's like out there, and I just need to know if this would be a red flag for you. Are you into guys who play musical instruments?
I mean, I think it's cool if they have that hobby, but to me it's not like something I look for.
Does it depend on the musical instrument? Is a guy who plays guitar way hotter than a guy who plays tuba?
Yeah, no offense to anybody, but yeah.
Well, what would happen if you were dating a guy and he was, a guitar player, and you're like, oh, that's kind of hot, and that's cool, whatever, all right? That's not how you sound, but in my mind, whatever. All right, come on, let's go. And you go over to his house, and he's like, you want to see my guitars? Yeah, let's go see your guitar. And you're like, oh, cool, that's a nice guitar, and you pick one up, and you're like, oh, this is interesting. He goes, yeah, that's my dead uncle.
The guitar.
Yeah. A man calling himself Prince Midnight has made an electric guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton.
Prince Midnight.
Yeah. Uncle Flip had died at a young age in a car accident in Greece. His body was donated to a medical college where it was rendered into a skeleton and used to educate students for 20 years. But the medical school finally wanted to get rid of it, and as a family member, the bones were shipped to Mr. Midnight in Tampa. He decided to memorialize the man who got him into heavy metal music. He assembled the spine, ribs, and pelvis, stuck a guitar neck and some pickups on it, and now Prince Midnight says it plays perfect and sounds awesome, and now Uncle Flip can shred for all eternity. He calls the guitar the Flip Skelecaster. So, Steph, this is a weird story. Now, I don't know if you'd ever date a heavy metal guitarist, but if you did, okay, that's just what he's into. It's the music he's into. It's passionate about it. Maybe he's good at it. I don't know. But then you find out that he has a guitar made of his dead uncle.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this because I'm like, okay, it's kind of a nice way to...
Sentimental.
Yeah, like it's like a good memory.
But it's a real skeleton. What if he tries to get you to touch it?
Yeah, that creeps me out a little. I think it's a little weird.
A little weird?
Yeah, I don't think I'm into that. I definitely don't think I ever spend the night there. I'm not staying over, dude. I'm not doing it. This is weird with your uncle sitting in the corner.
Just watching us?
Nope, not doing it.
So let's talk about my favorite dangerous place, Australia. Last week, Australian weather forecaster Luke Bradnam had just finished a live weather report on a dangerous tidal condition at a beach when a nearby beachgoer alerted him to a body in the water. Australia strikes again.
Here we go. Puff continues to hate Australia.
He stripped off and raced out with a boogie boarder. The two hauled the body through the surf. Authorities identified the corpse as belonging to a man who'd been missing since the previous night. He then hopped back on the air to report the event. Australia. Just that all, like, it was a minute and a half we talked about it. All I'm going to say is don't go to Australia. You die.
That's the only reason you brought this story up? Yeah,
100%.
Figured.
100%. I don't know what did it. Could have been 90,000 different things. Just saying. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we got that Misconnection Monday.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
On Mondays, Steph and I help Central Pennsylvania find love. We go through the pages of Craigslist. We find some good stuff. We talk about it. We report on it. And hopefully, good things happen. People link up. Lives are changed forever or saved, depending on how it goes. Misconnection Monday begins right now.
This one's called Short Young Man. You were sitting across from me giving plasma on Tuesday morning, and I caught you looking over at me. I thought you were cute and wanted to talk, but you finished giving plasma first and left. If you're interested in meeting up for coffee, just let me know. You know, I love how this person, that they're not like, you know, I'd love to meet up for coffee. They're like, if you want to meet for coffee, just let me know. You were looking at me. This person seems a little conceited.
Maybe. But you know what? They're both doing good things.
Yeah, that's true.
Beard. This is a wide net. A wide netter.
Oh, another wide net.
Bearded guy. Late 30s. Good looking. 6 foot tall, clean, healthy, white collar, working professional. Looking for open-minded lady or ladies.
Oh.
Any age, size, situation for adult, respectful, mutual connection. Let's talk. Message me with your favorite color in the subject line.
Your favorite color? Does that have some other meaning that I'm too naive to know?
I don't think so. It's just like, because I guess when you post on Craigslist, you get bots. So bots can't tell that you said message me with your favorite color, so they'll just hit reply and then try to sell you something or steal your ID or something.
Okay.
So if you message back purple, he'll know it's not a bot.
So that just proves that you're a real human.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Purple. This guy's just saying, hey, anybody. And he literally means it. Any age, any size, any situation. I don't care if you're married. Looking for adult, respectful, mutual connection. Let's talk.
Is that what you call it? I really wonder what this guy looks like. That's all I can think.
Well, he says he's handsome or good looking.
Well, okay, so he's not.
Bearded guy, late 30s, good looking, 6 foot tall.
He thinks he's good looking. That's nice.
Almost, Steph, I mean, don't knock it, don't try. He's willing to he's willing to take anyone on, so you're in the running if you want.
It's tempting. I will keep that in mind.
Well, as I was reading it, you were picking up your phone. So I didn't know if you were, like, gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna give it some thought.
All right, you wrote the response?
Yeah.
You just didn't hit send?
I didn't hit send
What
yet.
color did you choose?
Teal. Obviously.
Yeah, okay.
This one is a different kind of misconnection. I just picked it because it's one of my favorites, which is a gym misconnection. But it's not that he's looking for someone specific. The title says, anyone from my gym on here?
Yes, anybody at all. Lady or ladies, any size, situation, age.
It's kind of similar to the one you just read. I work out at American Family Fitness. I'm a pretty fit, attractive male. Just wanted to see if any of you ladies wanted to work out together.
Oh, was it work out in quotes?
Yes.
Oh, make sure you do that.
Yeah,
so we know.
wanted to work out together.
Oh. I mean, why do you hate when guys call themselves attractive?
It's because it's very cocky. I would never go on here and be like, I'm a gorgeous, smart, funny female.
Yeah, you don't want to lie.
I don't know. I just wouldn't put myself out there that way. Do you not think it's weird?
Oh, yeah, no, it's totally weird.
Okay, good.
You just seem to hate it more than I do, and then I feed off your hatred because I will go out of my way looking for those ones.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know if I would have read that one if the guy didn't call himself good looking. I mean, it was close. It was on the fence because it was weird, but he called himself good looking. So I'm like, oh, he called himself good looking? Absolutely have to get Steph involved in this conversation.
She's going to hate it.
Yeah, that's why I do this stuff. So we've been doing Misconnection for years. We did Misconnection long before you were even a part of the radio show. And sometimes, after all these years, I really do believe that people post things so that we read them. Because as a radio show, we were the only one to ever do something like this in Central PA. And as a podcast, I'm pretty sure we're the only one to do this. So, this can't be real. The one I'm about to read has to be like, I wonder if Puff and Steph are going to read this. Oh, this is going to be awesome. So if you are a listener, thank you for giving us content. I ain't mad.
No, not at all.
If this is fake and you did this specifically for us, I love you. Thank you.
We
You made
accept.
my job easier. Cute Mennonite woman, Myerstown. This almost seems so ridiculous that it's fake. I saw you at the store. You have beautiful pale skin and you're gorgeous. Our eyes met for a second and I should have said something. The dress and head covering drive me crazy.
Oh my God.
If you see this, send me a note. The dress and head covering
Drives him crazy.
Oh, I thought I saw your ankle. Oh my God, I was in heaven. Okay. So I'm going to play complete ignorance, and I'm sure someone will say something in the comment section or send us a message. Mennonites, can they have internet? Because
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure Amish people can't.
No, I don't think they do at all. I don't think they have internet.
I never really sat down and talked to an Amish person. Have you?
Actually, yes. I did. I actually met one. This was like a while ago, like probably a year ago, but I actually went on a date with him.
You want to... Why am I just hearing about this?
It never amounted to anything, and I get really tired of like telling people like, "Oh, this is happening," and then it's like,
so in general, you get tired of telling people.
Yeah, and then
I
it's
thought
like,
you meant,
that didn't work out.
I thought you meant you got tired of telling people about your Amish date. And I'm like, who are you telling and not me?
I was exhausting telling everybody about my Amish date. So he wasn't Amish anymore, but he used to be, and his family was still Amish, but he broke out.
What was his name?
Breaking Amish.
Tell me his name.
Oh, Liam.
Okay.
But that wasn't his. I guess he had a different Amish name, but then he broke out and changed his name. It's a very interesting
How many
story.
dates did you go on?
One.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I have so many. Can we dive into this for a minute?
Sure,
Okay.
let's.
Not what we had planned. Not what we had planned. Okay. How did you meet Liam?
He was installing a window on my neighbor's house. And I went out on my deck and he started talking. I was out on the deck for some reason and he started talking to me. And then he asked me for my number and we like exchanged information. It was like very like boom, boom, boom. Like, and he asked me for my number and then called me that night and then was like, do you want to get like a drink or something? And then we met up like a few days later and then that was the end of that.
What made him not get a second date?
How do I put this? It just wasn't it. It was not it. He was just like, I don't really think he was like listening to me when I talked. He was very like all over the place with everything. Like I would start talking and he would literally just like cut me off and start talking about himself. And he was just very like busy all the time. Like always like he wasn't even looking at me when I was talking and he would just talk about himself. He didn't ask questions about me. Definitely not like the right vibes.
Interesting. I have to admit, I'm a little mad.
Why?
How long ago was this?
I don't even remember, like last summer, I think. But It's an interesting story because it's not common for someone to grow up Amish like that and then completely break away and still maintain contact with their family.
It's not common that a normal person who's a friend, who's supposed to be one of my best friends, goes on a date with an Amish dude, and I don't know about it.
I didn't know he was Amish until we went on the date and started talking.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
And he wasn't Amish anymore. He drove a car.
Okay, no,
and like had a phone and everything.
That's great. But you still never told me about it.
Honestly, I don't know. It was a quick little blink, and it just, that was it.
Wow.
It wasn't going anywhere.
But it's still a fun story.
It is. I don't know why I never told you, honestly. I don't know. You know, it's really hard. Earlier you said about like the dating world. It's hard out here, and it's very people will disappoint you left and right, and it just gets really old.
Right.
To be like, I had a date. It was not good. We had 3 dates. They were not good. We dated for 2 months. Yeah, that was not good.
Okay.
It just gets old.
Okay, Steph, but listen. Any guy would be lucky to go on one date with you, let alone be in a long-term relationship with you. You're fantastic. You're one of my favorite people.
Thank you.
All right? And I've told you this a million times. All right? Love you to death. You're my girl. I'm legit upset with you. I am legit upset with you.
Honestly, I don't know. I have no...
You went on a date with a guy who was Amish.
I didn't know he was Amish until we went on the date.
And that's fine. I'm not mad that you didn't give me the pregame. The fact is, you didn't give me the postgame.
Honestly,
you didn't come in here to this studio and go, hey, you want to know something funny? So I went on this date with this guy. Okay, so what? Lucky him. Yeah, he was Amish. What? Let's cross out everything we'd planned today and talk about this.
Okay, but let's talk about it now. It's very intriguing because they go on the Rumspringa,
yeah.
And then he never returned, whereas most of them do. He's the only one in his whole entire family that like broke Amish or whatever it's called. And then he still has a relationship with them though, which is very uncommon. A lot of times they like cut them off completely if they decide to leave.
I'm sure he was just happy to be on a date with a girl that he could like see your neck or something. Like, you have such beautiful wrists.
He never complimented my wrists. That's why it didn't work out.
He did know where you live though. It's weird.
He does. Yeah. It was like a really, really random thing. It was like a blink of my life. I don't know. It was just random.
It makes me wonder what else I don't know.
Honestly, trust me, there's really not that much exciting things happening.
Yeah. I don't know what to believe. It's like I don't even know you.
Because I went on a date with someone who used to be Amish, you feel like you don't even know me.
Yes, because this is something you would have told me in the past.
I don't know, honestly.
Were you ashamed of it?
It was a strange thing that he didn't mention it sooner because we're like almost towards the end of the date and he said something about being from Lancaster and I said, oh yeah, like something about it's like a very Amish area, and I said something about, oh, are you Amish, like kind of like joking because he kept talking about it, and he's like, well, I was, like my family is, and I was like, wait, what? Like it didn't even come up sooner in conversation, which I thought was odd.
So you only had one date?
Yes.
Interesting.
It was interesting.
All right, coming up in just a couple minutes, maybe we'll find out more about Steph, and I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
Over the break, Steph and I worked out some of our differences.
We're good. We're all good here.
I don't know about that.
No more Amish dates will happen without you knowing.
It doesn't. It's. You make a big joke about this, but I'm like legit kind of mad.
Why?
Because we're supposed to tell each other everything.
Well,
That's a big thing. It is a big thing. Because listen, I don't care if you go out with some Joe Schmo from Mechanicsburg who ends up being a tool bag, who's like the guy that pops his collar or something. I like, whatever. Those are a dime a dozen. You went out with a guy who used to be Amish. Like it's funny. Like that's it's a cool thing. And for whatever reason, you didn't think to tell your BFF about it, and it kind of makes me.
I don't know why.
Left out.
Yeah, I should have came up on the show because it's definitely worth talking about because it's like an experience that not a lot of people have been like involved with.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna move on.
That's a good idea. Don't be mad. There's no reason to be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm upset.
There's no reason to be upset.
That's a lie.
There's not.
I tell you everything. I don't know.
Well, you're married. I mean, it's not like there's a bunch of like exciting details about your love life, about like your dating life.
It's not just my love life. I tell you other things.
Do you?
Sure. You know everything that's going on in my life. I'm sorry. That's all that there is.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you tell me everything, which is okay.
I would tell you something crazy. I would tell you if I befriended an Amish person, let alone went on a date with one.
I promise you, it was not as big of a deal as you seem to think that it was. I forgot that it happened.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's move on.
I wonder if he listens to the podcast. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Liam, what up, dude?
Hey.
Hope everything's
you're doing well.
Hope everything's good. Yeah, say hi to your horse. Do married women still want flowers as much as they did when they were first dating? A coworker says now that the money is being used to buy. A woman in the survey said that now that the money is being used to buy the flowers as ours, many people would rather go for a nice dinner instead. So it's okay if the guy wastes his money on flowers.
Yep.
But the second his money becomes your money, which is our money, then you're like, oh, don't waste your money on flowers. Ew, that's dumb. Feel free to waste your money.
It's not a waste.
Feel free to use your money, but don't waste our money.
No, it's different because if it's coming out of your joint fund, then maybe the woman feels like she's like half paying for them. So what's the point?
Does she feel the same way about that diamond bracelet? Does she feel that same way about that car? Does she feel the same way about that computer?
Maybe it's because flowers die.
Cars die.
Eventually. I mean, I'm not married, so I can't speak to the exact explanation, but that's probably what it is.
I don't know. Let's dump Steph here. 25% of women say they don't like this about their friends. What is it?
Women.
25% of women say they don't like this about their friends. This is a weird thing to not like about your friend, because it really doesn't have anything to do with you. And this is a very like subjective thing. This is a very much like what you might like is not what this person likes, which is what that person likes.
Is it their taste in something?
Yes.
Is it a food?
No.
Drink?
No.
Movies or music?
Nope.
So they don't like their friend's taste in men.
It involves men, but it's not men. Well, it could involve men. I don't
The guys they're dating.
No.
It doesn't have to do with the person they're like dating or married to.
I mean, in a way, but like in a very, very, very roundabout way.
Does it have to do with like where they live?
Nope.
Their car?
Nope. But it is an object like their car.
Something they have at home? An object they keep at home?
No. They don't. It can be at home, but they don't normally keep it at home. Think about what women would hate on other women for. And they might even be like fake about it. They might be like to their face, "Oh my God, that's amazing." And then behind the back, "Oh, did you see that?"
It's like a car. Is it a mode of transportation?
No, I'm just saying it's something. It's an object. So it's not like your taste in movies or food. Or,
Is it something they wear?
yes.
Jewelry.
Yes. Specific.
Their engagement ring.
Yes. 25% of women say they don't like their friends' engagement rings.
You're so right. Like, what does that even matter?
It doesn't. Like at all.
Right.
This is just stupid. Women are dumb when it comes to that. No offense.
No offense.
9 out of 10 women. This is sad. I feel bad about this. 9 out of 10 women surveyed, they said they feel bad when they do this. Like this makes me feel bad. I think you guys are doing it to yourself, but it still makes me feel bad. 9 out of 10 women surveyed said they feel bad when they do this.
It's something they're actively doing, and then they feel guilty about it?
No, it's not a guilt thing.
Why do they feel bad?
Because they think they should be better.
Oh, eating junk food.
This could happen after
Skipping the gym.
No, this could happen after you skip the gym. It's something else you're doing, but you're on the right track.
Drinking wine.
No.
It's a technically like an unhealthy thing?
No, it's not. It shouldn't be an unhealthy thing.
Weighing themselves.
Again, you're in the right area, but no. It's a lot less specific than weighing yourself.
They feel bad when they try clothes on.
What do they do when they try clothes on?
Look in the mirror.
How sad is this?
That's so sad.
9 out of 10 women surveyed said they feel bad when they look in the mirror. 90%. Now listen.
That's really sad.
I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but I'm going to say something jerky.
Oh, great.
It's your own fault. Women, it's your own fault. I can tell you this. Now, I can only speak as a heterosexual, cisgender man, but men find you attractive. Women. There's a guy out there.
Yeah, but if you don't always feel that way, a lot of people struggle with that.
And it's men too, but women a lot because of the websites you visit, the stupid people you idolize, the magazines you read. You have it in your head that you're all supposed to look like Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian doesn't even look like Kim Kardashian.
You don't want to look like that.
But no, like I'm saying, like these unobtainable,
real.
like
Yeah.
J-Lo. Do you understand? J-Lo's 50-something years old, right? And she looks the way she looks. Do you know she works out like 4 hours a day, has a personal chef? Like, she probably eats like 1,400 calories a day, and she works out 4 hours a day. Like, she's not a real person.
Right, exactly. It's
Right?
not realistic.
And if it's Kim Kardashian or any of the Kardashians, they're definitely not real people. Right? They have to be temperature controlled or they melt. like you do it to yourselves. You do. And I know that doesn't
some of it's out of your control.
Now that doesn't make it easier, I know. Saying, well, Puff says we do it to ourselves, so everything's better now. I know that. Okay.
It's not easy. You have image issues.
And I'm not saying
sometimes.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that like you kind of have a lot of yourself to blame here, and you need to understand that the world doesn't see you the same way.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say something that you're probably not going to like, and I don't think it's always on the woman. It might be a bunch of jerk guys that she dated in the past that made her feel really crappy about herself. And you know what? That's hard to come back
You
from
think I'm going to
sometimes.
disagree with you that there's jerk guys out there?
No, but
I've seen who you date.
Yeah, I know. You know, when you get treated badly by one guy maybe that you really liked, multiple guys, many guys, whatever.
Amish
guys, whatever it is, that can really, really kill your self-esteem, and that can really affect you long term. So I don't think it is always the woman's fault.
I'm not saying it's
that stuff
always
gets in your head.
the woman's fault. I'm saying many times.
And a lot of times it's not.
Look at all the magazines that are right by the checkout line.
No,
in the
I know
grocery
what
store.
you're saying. We definitely need to stop following these people on Instagram and looking at that stuff. But a lot of times you can't help it.
But yeah, you're not gonna get an argument on me that there's jerk guys out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying a lot of times, and I'm not blaming it on guys, but a lot of times that's a factor for women.
I think we should end the show. There's a lot of tension in this room.
The Amish thing, now this, yeah.
I think, the Amish thing led to this. All right. We're going to rinse and repeat, try to do better in 24 hours. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.